that are coming into marriage, you want to ask all questions. You don't just want to assume, oh, he has good money, well, we'll be fine. No. It might be well paid and not know how to spend. It may be a bad spender. It might be well paid and be stingy. It might be a miser. It might even tell you, you know what, I don't have any business with your family.
Rutherfohrd.
All right, welcome to episode 2 on Chat with Rutherfohrd, and we're still talking about money and marriage. And of course, I still have the Adetokis with me. Once again, thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we are coming to extended family now. You know, it's definitely we support extended family and all, but some people don't know when to draw the line, and then it begins to affect the major family, which is like in this case now, right? Like you and you know, your wife and the kids. So what can you say about that? So where should people draw the line? And then is it a bad thing to help extended family?
Actually, it's not. It's a very good thing. It's a very good thing. So it still boils down to budgets. Put a percentage. How much can we give out to our parents and our siblings at the end of every month? If you have parents, that you still give money every month, maybe monthly, what's it called? Monthly stipend, monthly salary, upkeep, anything. Put an amount to it. Okay, I want to give them 100,000 naira every month. I'll go down to the percentage. How many percent of your income is this? Is it 10%? Is it okay with you? It doesn't affect your immediate family. It doesn't affect you paying your bills. It doesn't give you any form of pressure. It's fine. When there's a threshold, you won't go beyond your limit and everybody will be fine. And one thing I've always hold on to, I don't give to people more than I can let go. Even when it comes to borrow me this, borrow me that. I will give you what I can let go.
I know, right?
If it doesn't come back to me, it's okay. If it comes back to me, glory be to God. So that's it, and we've been all good.
Okay, all right. I have follow-up question. Okay, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was about saying, in addition, we all know that black taxes, particularly from where we come from, it's imminent. You can't do without it because quite our ideologies of those that have gone ahead to like abroad, you expect to give back, you know, to which is a very good one. But you know, most people these days don't know their boundaries. Like you said, a number of people will think, well, if you give me $100, they will convert it.
Yeah.
You know, do the math and I'm very sure you must have earned more than this. Why do you give me this and all that? I would say that it also comes down to discipline. And again, we already have this agreement as a family. We can't give more than this. Of course, there could be emergencies.
Yeah.
Emergencies like, for example, maybe someone is sick, God forbid, like you know that, okay, this is what we can do. My wife and I will not go and borrow money because we want to, you know, please somebody or foot a bill of what we know we cannot afford. But in cases of emergencies, we just want to, you know, put it on the table. How much do you think we can push? And that is majorly on emergencies that we can see. Because back home, we even hear a lot of stories. Some people just want to, you know, get money, take money off you because they know that you are here, or maybe they see your picture, they think, oh, they are balling and stuff like that, you know. So you want to know who is. Sometimes you might not know, but somebody that done, because I have a cousin, they keep asking the same thing, and you keep giving to them. Or somebody you had sent maybe 20 piece of laptop to, and the person did not remit even the capital back to you. And this person is coming back to, you know, tax you and ask for more, and you keep giving. Some people feel, I don't want them to hurt me. I don't want them to feel bad. I don't want them to, you know, see me as a bad person. But no, you are undoing yourself.
So you've already answered the one about, you know, in case of emergencies, right? So as a family, right, you would not inconvenience yourself just because you want to like attend to that emergency. What extra that you can push is what you will do. What will you also say to people that also do this assisting extended family behind like their partner? Yeah.
Well, majorly you are breaking trust. If I'm doing anything, it's just like we said, you want to, you know, lay everything bare. You want to make sure that you are transparent as much as you could. If you are doing that behind your partner, okay, like I always do unto others as they want to do unto you. Now, if we are flipping the table. If she's the one doing what I'm doing, like keeping some secrets, giving some people money without telling her, if I'm in her shoes, how would I feel? So that's the first thing that's my first approach. So, and again, because we know we have a common purse, I'm not even going to pull any money without her knowing. So why wouldn't I even, lay it on the table? Everybody knows this is the situation. I think that's one of the advantages of, coming together, having one purse. If anything goes out, you know that, except, well, if you are doing under the table job anyways. But if you know that the income comes in, everybody sees it in the account, there is no way you're going to pull any fund out, because that is going to break the family. You already broke the trust if your spouse finds that out. And again, that is when the conversation would, change. Like, you know what? I don't want us to have a common purse, because you are giving to some people, I don't know about it. Then why would I believe you or put my own resources with you when I know that you don't even have the capability of keeping that money safe?
I just want to add to this. One reason why women are so emotional compared to men. I have someone, right? She's always calling for money. She's always doing that. She's always asking for this. Fine. But men, they have a kind of thick skin. Well, I'm not giving to this person again. Let her go. It's just working on your weaknesses. Don't give him money again. I mean, don't give her money again. Sometimes I still creep behind. I said, okay, I'm moved. I will just send 50,000. But one thing I will always do, I will go back to him and tell him, my husband, I'm sorry, I just have to do this. So what? It's from your money, Abby. We have a little savings. It's from your money. Don't worry, spend it anyhow. That's your business, right? We do that sometimes, but most of the time, let us go back to them when they are in a very good mood and open up. Open up. I did this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, my love. They will still, they understand it. They just have a thick skin not to fall for all those little chit chat from back home. Give me this, give me that. It's always very good to open up and let it out later.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so what I've picked, from you people as a couple, right, is this communication,
Very
transparent, like open, right? Yeah. So I want to talk about big purchases we made so far, like that cause any kind of like issue or tension, because there was this friend of mine, it's not like they are poor or like they can't afford things and all, but there was a particular purchase that the woman made. She bought big and more than one for that matter. Women are like some vanity things, right? And like the husband really had issue with it. It kind of like caused it kind of like strain and like issue for a while. So as a couple, has there been any major purchase that caused like issue for you? I know you discuss everything and all, but like maybe one big thing.
He's the designer person in my house. Anyway, let him answer. All my big wigs, he got it. He's the one, okay, once in a while, it doesn't mean anything. It's your birthday, how much is it? Let me pay for it. They will do it. Just calm down. Just submit yourself. They are saying it. They see it on other women, right? They know you want it. They know it. Just once in a while, I love that wig, but I can't afford it anyways. Yeah. And don't talk about it again. Yeah. You'll be surprised. They'll buy it.
Don't put pressure.
Don't buy it. Just say it jokingly. Let them know you love it, but you can't afford it. Don't go beyond our budget. Don't worry. Your next birthday, I'm telling you, you will have it. Just calm down.
Anyways, what I'm going to say is just that. There are, but the one thing I want to know is that for ladies, I strongly believe that you should know the right time to talk to your spouse, particularly when it comes to big budgets. You don't want to, like we said, you don't want to just go out of your way without even consulting with him, talking about it, and make that big purchases. As a matter of fact, men can even do more than what you have taken if you actually communicate with us. Because a number of times sometimes you're like, oh, you know what, I have this, I want to buy, it's about $200. And maybe the man is even having a plan of buying something of $400. You just shot yourself on the leg. Like she said, know when is the right time to talk to him, like you have some demands and stuff like that. They'll release it. We will. I know that. I know that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we've been talking, about being transparent, being open when it comes to finance and all. So what advice would you give to people? Like, how transparent do you think couples should be in terms of like saving, even debts? You understand, and like the spending habits as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think if this, like the Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? I think it starts from the foundation of the relationship in the first place. When you put everything together, you know that we are intentional about it. This home is not going to break. Then we put everything it takes to make it work. So that is from the perspective I'm going to be speaking.
Okay.
So now, going back to your question, if you are a couple and you are still dating, because it starts from there.
Yeah.
I know that a number of times, because of how things have turned out, people date for maybe 1 month. I've heard people say, "Oh, we only met 3 weeks and we got married." It could be a little shaky, but if you are intentional and if you are truthful about your intentions towards your couple. Take for example, if you truly love this person and the person reciprocates the same energy, I don't think you have problem. All you just need is to have structure. Think about how things is going to work out between you. Then you are good. You will not have any problem. But it worked for us because through our thick and thin, we've been together. We know our weakness and our strength. So we are able to, accommodate whatever season. You understand? So I would say for new couples, because of course, those that are already in marriage and things are already south, except you want to go for counseling and you want to be intentional about your, making it work.
Yeah.
And being intentional, I mean, is the goal is to make this home work. Because the verge of divorce, I think at that point, you both are ready to agree, you know what, we don't want it to work. Let's go our separate ways. But if the goal is this marriage must work, then you want to sit down, consult, professionals that can help you out. But for those that are coming into marriage, you want to ask all questions. You don't just want to assume, oh, he has good money, where will be fine. No, he might be well paid and not know how to spend. He may be a bad spender. He might be well paid and be stingy. It might be a miser. He might even tell you, what, I don't have any business with your family. And stop. Those are the conversations you want to have before you agree with this person. Yes, before you say I do. Very critical, very important. And again, you don't want to be desperate into, I know I'm also on the, out there. I know how desperate people can be when it comes to choosing life partner. But I used to tell people when it comes to house purchase, marriage, even car, those are milestone, achievement that you want that could cripple you or make you. Like they say, make you or mar you. So you want to be intentional about making those decisions. I know most of it, particularly marriage, is not our making, it's just the grace of God. Like Bible says that either find it a good wife has found favor before God. To God be the glory. I found favor having this woman. And I pray that all men out there would also, do the same. I'm praying that when you are choosing, you choose right. When you choose right, the sky is your limit.
So still on this whole, transparency and then the joint accounts, there are some couples out there, they are trying to, build and all, but there is one partner that is more of like a heavy spender, and does not even care about the other partner's feeling. What advice would you give in managing that situation? Would you still encourage that they still do that joint or they just do their separate thing and
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. So I would say in that scenario, then you want to have a separate account. But on an understanding that we are still building a common goal.
Exactly.
Of course, that could be a little difficult because if you say we are building a common goal, that means there will be a sharing formula for savings. That means, okay, I have mine, you have yours. How much are you putting to the table? How much am I putting to the table? You understand? That could be, it's workable if the both partners are mature enough to address it. Like I said earlier, do what works for you. But I strongly believe if we could be humble enough, even if you're a spender and your spouse is complaining, we should be able to work something out to have a common goal, to push the family finance forward. That's my strong belief. But if that would not work, then I would advise, have your separate account, but have a common goal and have a reasonable, saving, sharing formula, if there's anything like that. Because that will be the next question. Because if you are owning your own money, I'm earning my own money separately, then what would you put in the savings? Or what you will put to the family, joint account? Then it will come like, oh, you are earning more than me, so you should put more. So it could be getting complicated, right? But of course, it's already happening. I would advise, if we all can be humble enough, we can always work on, how to adjust. if I'm a heavy spender, you know what? Let's talk about it. Is this purchase important? Oh, I want to buy a Ralph Lauren shirt. It's $200. Is it necessary now? Can we afford it? And if the person is still saying, you know what, even if air comes down, I don't care, I'm going to buy it, then at that point, you know that, well, you have to have your own, but there could be a little bit of strain on the relationship.
Yeah, even with having your own rights, if the partner is still not, doesn't care about the other partner's feeling, there'll still be issue, right? Because it will just look like it's one partner that is still like putting in the bulk
The
of
effort,
money,
yeah.
like to put
Absolutely.
and definitely, well, just like we said, that's what can lead to divorce or different things like that, right? Yeah. So what of the case where one partner then loses the job? Let's say for instance, like the man loses the job. Yeah. How should that situation be managed? What advice do you want to give to couples out there?
So I would say this is a twofold question, because it depends on one, how you see money in your home. Number two is so I would start with that. So for example, if you have a common purse and one spouse, regardless, because if it's your money, if it's our money, whoever loses the job does not matter, right? But if it is my money, that is when whoever loses the job matter. So for example, if it's our money and we have savings, hopefully we have savings, right? I think the only thing is we double up on searching for another job, right? It shouldn't change anything. But of course, if it's our money or your money, then if it's your money rather, then there will be problem. Because the question will be, okay, I'm no longer earning. How are we going to finance the house? Because I've seen marriages when the husband will say, even though he still had some savings, because he lost his job, he felt, you know what, I can't be putting down what I'm putting down while he's keeping his son. So it could be, honestly, if I'm going to say what works for us, I would say bring everything together. You are even, leveraging on risk. If anything goes south, you can together fight. Like it says, one will chase 1,000, 10,000 will chase 10,000.
Two will chase 10,000.
Two will chase 10,000. It will always work out, because the pressure will be off one person. You are sharing it. So that's going to be my advice. I don't know if you have any.
Yeah, in that case, when one partner A loses the job and they have a separate account, there will be pressure. The other one keeps paying. Maybe if it worked for them, when you get the job, I'll pay for 6 months. When you have your own job, you carry it along for 6 months. If you come to that, no. If you are separate, running a separate account, that would be my own resolution. Please don't worry, my wife. Keep carrying. I'm noting the number of months. When I get my job,
well, sorry, I'm not sure. I'm not sure
that the limit has been reached. We go back to our sharing formula, and there will be peace.
Whoa.
So what if? So for example, what I'm just trying to say. So for example, if it lingers, if your employment lingers for 1 year or 2 years.
Yes. If it lingers for so long, you will still come back to your sharing formula.
But realistically, I think that is where
exactly. That's the foundation of the family. If the foundation is faulty, what can they do?
Well, but like she is saying now, take for example, they are already in that situation, right? So what will be the resolution? I think
the resolution is for the wife to carry on. There's no two way about it.
Well,
okay, at that point, do you want them to miss the abuse?
Well,
the other party has to pay by all means, right? There's no way. The other party has no choice than to carry on the responsibility. At least there is
or break the home.
An iota of love. Do you come together because of money?
Well. So in general, communication definitely still plays a huge role.
Major role.
Definitely, in this whole finance talk that we're also discussing. Okay, it's been amazing so far. So in closing, the final and major question: what financial advice, or lesson do you wish like you knew before you started this journey? Like people had taught you, or anyone taught you before you got married?
I would say just identify communication, intimacy, finances as the foundation, as the major thing that can shake that one. Those three things can break it or build it up if you get it right. Every other thing is like a building block, and you are just going on with your sky rise, and the heaven will be your limit if you get that foundation right. Please, it is key. If you are able to communicate perfectly, openly, no ulterior motive, what are you keeping? For crying out loud. You are not keeping your body, you are keeping your money. You are keeping one juicy secret from your friends. No. Anything that happened to this guy, when he comes back, he will tell me.
Yeah, you know what?
Just tell me. He doesn't take anything from you, please.
Any closing?
Well, I would just say, like I said earlier, you want to be intentional. It's a lifelong journey. You want to make sure you don't, take chances. And going back to your question, well, I would say that we've been fortunate enough. We were exposed to business. For example, myself, I've been exposed to financial literacy. I'm talking about way back because my dad was a banker and I know how we budget for stuff. So it had really helped me. I would say that helped us. And whoever is going into marriage now, because we know that finance is a very major aspect of the family. If you don't have an idea how to do about it, seek professional help.
Yeah.
Ask questions before you go in. And again, sometimes it might not look like some marriages might look very flashy out there. It might not look so sweet or rosy back in the house. You want to just identify the ones that works. It doesn't have to be flashy. Once you just see peace around them, you want to ask questions. How are you doing it? The one thing I know that Africans don't do is we don't really ask questions. We assume most of the time. Walk up to them. If it works for you, fine. But one thing I know is that one way or the other, you have learned a thing or the other. It could be negative thing you learned, not how not to do something, and it could be positive, like, oh, you know what, it's working for these people because of this. So ask questions, and I'm glad you have this platform for particularly all of us that are in diaspora to work on how our family will move forward. We came together. We shouldn't be separated in space of 3-5 years. Even we shouldn't be separated at all, because we are here in Canada. The Lord help us.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, like I said earlier on, right? It's not just for married people; it's for those that are also preparing for marriage. Because some of these things we don't talk about it, and then when you finally say "I do," it tends to cause issue. So, for those that are preparing to say "I do," preparing for marriage, do you think if their ideologies, on money does not align together, it should be a deal breaker?
Yeah, it should.
So that's a major red flag.
Yeah, it's a major red flag. When you see it, fly. The Bible says, flee all appearances of evil. Be intentional about the journey you're about to start. If you are saying that, I read a book before I got married. That book said, check your spouse. If that spouse is not a tither, run. If that spouse cannot let go, cannot pay his offering and tithe, cannot give to God, my sister, you are in soup. Financing that home, giving to your kids might be a bit of a problem. So when you see those little loopholes, God has a beautiful plan for you, a perfect one, right? Just go back to your closet and pray very well. And I believe the Lord will show you. I'm 100% certain about that. So when you see all those little things, fly, please.
So don't try to manage it. That okay,
don't manage
it will change.
Don't manage it. Don't.
Well, in addition to that, I would say that to me, my ideology is next to sex in marriage is finance. No matter how romantic you are, when you are having a financial issue in your home, it will not work. There will be grudge, there will be unhappiness, it will eventually break the home. So for people that are courting, you want to throw that question, you want to even test your intended or spouse to check how they see money. Some people see money as God, as their God. When they make it, nothing on that can take it off them. And some see it as a tool, So those are the things you want to check. If you see a red flag, for example, somebody take for example, I have some conversation sometimes ago, and this guy said the parents came to their home. Of course, they are married, and this guy could not give the in-law like a transport fare, and this guy is doing well for himself. I know that in the Western world it's not necessary, but I'm talking about in Nigeria now. That is one of the ways you know that this guy. I don't know. You are not that you don't have the money, right? You are financially buoyant, but yet to give like 1,000 naira for somebody that traveled to
Yeah,
visit
because
you.
budget or whatever shouldn't be coming like.
You understand. So you want to really fly, like you said. It's very important in marriage. There's no two way about it.
Well, like it said, love is sweet, but with money, it's
Yes.
worth it.
Yes, so because it's not the truth is marriage is a journey and it's not all about I love you. It's more than love. To sustain a marriage is more than love. It's not that I love you, it's not that emotions. It's about you have to be strategic, you have to be intentional, and you have to be honest. Very, very important.
Okay, well, this has really been enlightening. I hope this conversation, has propelled us that, okay, well, for those that are preparing to say I do, that have, some of these conversations before you say I do. And those of us that are already married, we're already in it. I hope, with this, we'll be having much better conversation here, because we also don't discuss about it. Some of us are still not transparent, and it's also causing issue, this whole finance. So before we round off, there's a segment, Rutherfohrd Reveal. So the first one, be honest. Have you ever trusted yourself with money more than you trust her?
I would say that I trust myself more, particularly when it comes to multiplying the money. Yes, she can also testify to this. If we earn 1,000, I know how to turn it to 10,000.
Okay, all right. Yeah. One word. What about you? Do you trust yourself more with money than you trust him?
I trust him.
You trust him more?
100%. I trust him.
Okay, all right. So, do you feel you are a team when it comes to money? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay. So, do you feel safe talking about money with her, or you prefer to hold things back?
We lay everything on the table.
Yeah. Okay. He's the one multiplying the money, right? But it still comes to me. Would you? Let's discuss this.
Amazing. So, have you ever felt judged by him because of how you spend or handle money?
Not at all.
Yeah, like I said, we always discuss before we spend. So yeah, there are no surprises.
Okay, now the final one. Has money ever changed how you see or treat each other, even though you didn't say it out loud?
Well, I would say for me, I would say yes and no. No in the sense that like to treat her badly or to neglect her, no. But sometimes, because I'm a businessman, sometimes when I have some things I expect to move, like I have some stuffs that I expect to have moved. When I come home, sometimes she knows, what's going on? I'm not permitted to say Yoruba. So she would ask me, what's going on? I know it's that stuff. And sometimes she you know what, it'll be fine. It will go, it will move, stuff will happen, But not like getting no and nagging and shunning, no. It won't. But she will read it like as soon as I come in, you expect this thing, somebody should have paid for this and they've not paid. When I come home, Alpha, you know what, they've not paid for it. And that will be the end. But not like nagging. Because at the end of the day, it's our money, it's our project, it's our business.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all we have on this episode of Money and Marriage. I trust you have learned one thing or the other. Once again, thank you so much, the Adetokis, for coming on the show, for being vulnerable, for telling us all this that we need to know. Okay, so let me know in the comment section what you think about this topic here, money and marriage, the major talk about finance in relationships generally. And also, I want you all to anticipate on the next episode on this series, things no one told us about marriage. Remember I told you we have talks on intimacy, parenting, in-laws and creating boundaries, or even, love beyond borders. For instance, let's say your partner is from back home and then you came to a new country and the whole love thing is. So be on the lookout. Please don't forget to like, share this video, subscribe, and until I come your way again next time, it's Rutherfohrd. I love you. Bye.